Sometimes, if you listen really hard, you can almost hear it.
Our first ever instant star is...
You're it, girl. You're the real thing.
That moment your life changes.
It's about a girl who is just about to fly off and see the world.
Forever.
Jude Harrison!
Hello and welcome to The Breakdown, an Instant Star Rewatch podcast. As always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host Sam.
And I am here with the marvelous Chloe.
And today we are recapping Instant Star Season 3, Episode 7, The Long and Winding Road. Original air date 23rd of March 2007. My synopsis is Jude and Tommy want to produce a hit record, so they hit the road to find unique recording locations. As much as Tommy tries to hide it, his past comes bubbling up along with his feelings for Jude. And the episode title is a Beatles song.
Yeah. That was my same synopsis. And I love looking into the songs because I found out that the Long and Winding Road, it was released in May 1970, which was a month after the Beatles broke up. And it was their last and 20th number one in the US.
Wow.
I'm like, oh.
I just love that every episode of Instant Star is a song from somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. And they always really fit the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, okay. I think we would both agree that back in the day, this was one of our favourite episodes because we're Jommy fans.
Yes.
What did you think of this episode?
I literally prayed before this episode, please at least let me enjoy some of it, I did back then. And then because so this for a long time was my favorite episode.
Really, or the whole show?
Yeah,
wow.
For a very long time it was that one, and probably one episode in season 4, and it's a really off the wall one to be a favorite of a zombie. I think it ties more into the song, but yeah, this was my favorite episode for a long time.
Uh-oh.
And tonight I was just I literally have written down on the top of my notes saying the Long and Winding Road, aka Tommy is a red flag.
Yeah, I got emotional whiplash this episode.
Yes.
We'll get into it, but I am all for Jude and Tommy progressing their inevitable relationship. I am here for that. But
yes.
This came out of nowhere. To me.
Yeah. I'm at least in the previous seasons when there was a little bit, at least we got some build up and some clues, and I'm literally from quicksand to I know I love you. I'm
yeah, if this episode had come kind of at the end of season 2, that would make sense because they had been building up to it all of season 2. Season 3, we've had them argue because Jude thinks Tommy has a kid.
Yes.
We've had them argue because he's working with Karma.
Yes.
We've had him argue because of so many things. They've basically been arguing this whole season.
Yeah.
Where has been the reconciliation? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just I keep thinking in the head, I'm this is gonna be a fun interview for Steven because
yeah,
I'm gonna be emotional whiplash.
Last episode we got a little bit of them hanging out, playing foosball.
Mm-hmm.
Great, but now to this. Like,
Yeah.
and also, I'm not someone to debate the age difference. That doesn't really, like, I know that's a huge conversation now, but
Yeah.
I'm not in that camp of debating it. However, Darius does remind Tommy in this episode that she still is only 17.
Yeah.
And
But
suddenly, like, something switched and Tommy's like, yeah, I don't care.
yeah. And I love that I do not remember the age gap being this big of a deal when I was watching it in like 2007.
It definitely wasn't.
I remember everybody like either ignored it or just didn't care. And now it's like, I guess because of where society is with abuse and with laws and things like that, it's some big deal.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know. It seems like, so I grew up, I'm going to mention my mom. My mom's husband, the man who was pretty much my dad, there was 10 years between them. And so, like, to me, age gap is not a big deal.
No, my dad and my stepmom, there's like a 12-year age gap, I think.
Yeah. And so it's interesting now that even as I'm watching it, I'm like, I think what the hang up is now, it's not so much the age gap, it's that she's technically not an adult and he
Yeah.
is. I mean, if they were like, if she was 21 and he was 20, whatever, or if she was, even if she was 20 and he was 25 or 28, I don't know how much older he is than her. Can't math right now. I don't think it would be a big deal. I think what the problem is today with people watching it and with the debates is that when this show started, she was 15 and he was 22.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the age gap between me and my husband. Not that I met him
Yeah.
when I was 16, but but when I was 16, as awful as it sounds, the only guys I were interested in were older guys.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a thing back then.
I feel like it was too.
But I guess if I had a daughter, would I be happy about her doing that? No, probably not.
No. Well, and like also even more than the age gap, it's just that I mean, it's the working relationship is that Tommy is supposed to be this trusted adult. I mean, he's a producer, he's her
Yeah.
co-writer.
Darius calls Tommy Jude's mentor this episode. That's the first
Yeah,
time we've heard that, but
yeah.
yeah.
So it's. I mean, I get why it's an issue. To me, it's not necessarily. I'm also watching it as a almost 38-year-old woman. So
Yeah.
who remembers all the guys I liked were older than me.
Yeah, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this episode because of being a Jommy endgame gal,
Yes.
but it feels like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. I think you're doing the recap this time.
Yes. I. Um, so it opens with Jude and Tommy pitching the idea for Jude's third album, and them as co-producers. They told Darius that basically they want to go around to like these unique places. I think they had like a watermill and a forest and something on the screen. They told Darius it'd be on budget and on time. I literally wrote down, even though I don't think that's happened once. And this time they want to record outside the studio. How is it going to
Yeah.
be on budget and on time?
I was like, this is definitely not going to be on budget for sure.
No, not at all. Darius says that. Did I go mute?
No, you're all good.
Okay. Darius said that he's fine with that. Well, he wants a demo on his desk by the time he gets back from being out of town before he officially approves it. I'm like, she's your flagship artist. You're not going to tell her no.
Yeah.
Johnny, I literally, my poor notes this time are like, because I was in a rush. Jude and Tommy hug, and Tommy makes a point to point out that they are going on a road trip. I'm like, okay. Which I do like love that Sadie redeemed herself in this episode after
Yes.
the last one.
She does well this episode. Well, she tries.
Yeah, she tries. So at home, Sadie comes in whistling and talks all about her date with the golden retriever.
Gross.
Yes, gross. Oh my god, I just made that connection of who he reminds me of
Jeremiah.
to somebody else. Yes.
Oh, yes. Team Comrade.
Team Comrade for life. Okay, give me all the like dramatic,
Brooding.
crazy boys. I would
Yes.
take them. I don't want to go to retriever.
No.
So Sadie's telling Jude about her date with Quest, and then she points out that it looks like, I think she even says something about looks like a date, smells like a date, and Jude says it's so not a date, it's a don't.
Yeah. Great quote.
Yeah. She says something about she's only focusing on the music and avoiding the quicksand. And I think I love Sadie in this part. She says that not to something about not to point out or make a point about something, but the quicksand hates onions. And literally, as she's walking out of the kitchen, Jude is yanking the sandwiches out to fix them.
Yeah.
So Tommy and Darius are leaving G Major. I guess this is happening like simultaneously.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be like the same evening or day or whatever.
Yeah. So Tommy and Darius are leaving G Major. And Darius asks Tommy how he's doing because an anniversary is coming up and it's been 5 years. Tommy says he's doing okay, this and that. They start talking about the record and Jude, and this is when Darius says that, Tommy is a mentor, that Jude is 17. And I love that Darius is like, I think at the end he's like, and don't forget, she's my artist. And I used to love this line, and now I'm just like, red flag. But Tommy responds, but she's my Garner.
Mm.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it hurts my Tommy soul to be upset at that line.
Yes.
So the next day, Jude and Tommy are recording in a forest. There's a little moment. Sadie, we find out Sadie was put in charge of G Major while Darius is out of town. But I love that for her. Especially like after the last episode, I'm like, yes, maybe Darius can redeem her.
Yes. She does get slightly more responsibility this episode.
Yes. Jamie approaches her with pagan.
Yeah.
Pagan. Kind of like hanging back in the lobby. He's looking. Jamie wants to show him the studio, let him get a vibe for it, all this. And so he's just like, no. Nope. It's booked. And that he'll have to do it later. And then we're going back to Jude and Tommy, and now they are at an Argonauts private school.
Random.
Random, and I'm really not that surprised. Jude meets, I cannot remember her name, and I literally just watched this episode.
I wrote it down. It's Mrs. McNally, I think.
Yes. And you can tell right away that she is important to Tommy. I mean, she even said something about, I'll get you some cookies, and he's like, I'd stay for your shortbread just alone. But then he's like, I was hoping, and she automatically knew that he wanted the key to the headmaster's bathroom because of the acoustics. And I get the feeling, I wish we would see more Miss McNally, because I get the feeling she was really important to Tommy.
Yeah, he says like she met him in jail and taught him to play
Yeah,
piano. So she's the reason for him being Tommy
being
Q.
a musician. Yeah, Tommy Q. And we find out that she let him sneak into the bathroom and like practice for trying out for voice attack.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like the biggest person in his life apart from Darius.
Yeah, I'm like, missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, so many. So we go back to G major, and Sadie kicks Speedman out of G major because he's trying to use the studio for some science experiment thing. I'm like, anyway.
I've missed this ridiculous side of Speed.
Yes, I have too. I'm like, where have you been? And then we get a cute little like Jude and Tommy in the bathroom. They do song.
Pick out the
Song.
pieces.
Yes. I swear
Throwback.
that, yes. Which I still like that version better than any of them. And so SME and Jamie lock Sadie up at G Major because they were like, oh, it's Sadie. Push over. We can have free reign in the studio. Sorry, commentary. Then back at the bathroom, Jude and Tommy finish the end of pick up the pieces. And Tommy, after they have a cute little moment about his parachute pants being so shiny, here comes Tommy Whiplash. He's like, can we be serious for a minute? I want to tell you something. But they hear the headmistress coming, and they have to run out of the bathroom and then run away from the school. Apparently.
Out the window.
Yes, out the window of all things. Then in the car, they are driving to the next location, and Jude is like, "Okay, what is it? Tell me." And Tommy says it's about them, and she's us, like us, and I was like, "Oh, to be 17."
Yeah.
I'm really not that dumb, but okay. Um, and um, Tommy said, when I was your age, I made a lot of mistakes. And as he's like leading up to it, there's a Jude yells, "Watch out." He thinks he saw a gull on the road. Jude says it was a dog. I totally believe that it was like emotional, long lasting grief that is why he saw Garn. So Jude ends up driving to the church, Once they get there, Jude tells him that her family's farm is about a mile up the road and that her and Sadie used to go there because Sadie wanted to watch the brides. And Jude didn't mind because she loved the sound of the organ. Um, Jude goes to like move in to his scene and he jumps up and he goes, "No, no, this can't happen." I'm like, my poor neck hurt. um, he said that the accident was a sign. Jude ended up punching his stomach and then saying ow. And then back at the studio where Sadie locked up, Speed Jamie calls Pagan back and Speed orders a bunch of pizza and then announces a pizza party. Because why not? You're a 17-year-old boy. um then back to Jude and Tommy. It really was like a lot of
It was, yeah. I think they were trying to switch between like comedic relief of what's going on at G major and then like the
yeah.
drama of Jude and Tommy.
Yeah. So back with Jude and Tommy, um, Tommy is like, he's still like, this was a sign. I lost somebody, this or that. He said, I don't want to hurt you. He said that he was trying to help because he gave her some pointer about not punching with her thumb inside the fist. And Jude literally says to him, "You want to help me? Stop hurting me." And Tommy responds with, "I'm not normal. I'm one of the bad guys." Jude, we were wrong. Patsy is mentioned in a roundabout way,
Yes,
but I think this is it.
briefly.
Yes, very briefly. Jude says, "I just lost a friend, and through that, I learned that life is too short. You want a happy life, you got to grab it."
She's true.
She is true. And then we're back to G major, and Pagan, like Jamie finds Speed in the hurricane of a studio, and as he's telling Speed he's got to clean up because Pagan is coming, Pagan walks up and is like he can't do it there because of the chakra or something. I'm like, I don't speak all that. I'm sorry. Um, Basically, he says it's because of the mess and the disorganization. Oh, and as he's about to leave, he says, "I'll let your cage burn out."
Yeah,
And both Jamie and Speed are like, burned. And then Sadie walks up, and
yeah.
oh,
She's
she's
pissed.
she is pissed. Um, Jamie says something about we'll never be able to outrun her, and Speed always being the insightful, smart one is like, "We don't have to outrun her. I just have to outrun you."
Yeah. Love
Uh,
Speed.
I do love Speed. Back with Jude. Oh, and Tommy, when we were with Jude and Tommy a couple minutes ago, Tommy ended up walking out saying he needed some air. So Jude starts to record "Don't You Dare" by herself. Love that song.
One of the
Um,
best.
it is one of the best. For as much as I tore this episode up, I could not tear that song up. It's
Yeah.
just, that's one of the, like, I think of Instant Star, I think of Don't You Dare.
Yeah. I got chills. Like, ugh.
Yeah. Um, so as Tommy comes back in and watches, we see all these, like, side glances and looks, and they, I want to say sweet, and I'm just like, ah.
It's ugh. It's typical Jommy. It's them in like a hot, toxic
Yeah, mess.
way.
Yeah. Um, I'm really going to talk to you. I'm going to be like, do you know what you have done to my emotions at the end of all this when it
Yeah.
comes to Jude and Tommy? Again, two things can be true:
Yeah.
toxic and oh my gosh. So as Tommy stops the recording, Jude says to him, "I know you care, Tommy. You save the look just for me, and I know." And I'm like, so true.
Yep. She knows.
He knows. And then we cut back to Sadie talking to Pagan as Jamie is literally scrubbing G Major. And I love, in my mind, as it played out on the episode to me tonight, Jamie didn't sign Pagan. Sadie did.
Yeah, so I thought Pagan had already signed, like,
Yeah,
last episode, so I was really confused as to why he hadn't actually signed anything yet. But
right.
I'm glad that Sadie sealed the deal with it.
Yes. Um. Oh, and he tells Pagan as he's leaving, tells Jamie to make sure he cleans on the fridge because it can get disgusting. Wise man.
Yes.
And then we go back to Jude and Tommy. And I tell you, it's so like bittersweet watching this as an adult because I'm like, I remember loving this. I remember being so all about this, and now I'm just like toxicity at its finest.
Yeah. Why is toxicity so hot? Like,
I don't know. I'm not a fan.
I'm not a
Clearly, I
fan
am.
in my actual life. Like, I like peace and
Right.
calm and zero toxicity. But
Yes.
on TV, I live for it.
I'm like, give it all to me.
Yes.
Um. So Jude and Tommy have another scene, and I don't remember everything that was said. I do know that Jude says, "I know I love you."
First time, I think.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say it back. We're going to discuss that in a second.
Yeah. Yeah. We will. And then he doesn't say it back, but he does basically like grab her and pull her to him, and they have a very intense kiss.
They do.
And then the pastor interrupts and asks if they're here for a wedding, and
I
they
like
kiss.
that because of the mini. I think that's why they did that.
Yes, yes. Um, they kiss again, and eventually they leave, and that is fade to black.
I mean, yeah, what an episode.
Yeah.
It's just a bit all over the place.
Yes.
I am really trying to remember how we have got to this intense point for Jude and Tommy. Like, we know at the end of season 2, they had that really passionate kiss,
Mm-hmm.
and they were going to go for dinner, but then Tommy ran off, and it never happened.
Right.
That's kind of like, that was leading up to everything that never happened.
Yeah.
But this season, like, we're 7 episodes in now.
And there's
Done
been
it
no
all.
lead up. I mean, there's been no lead up. I mean, there's been like flirtation
Yeah.
and like all sprinkled throughout all 7 episodes, but there was no like lead up as there was in season 1 and 2.
Yeah, like, I feel like this would have gone better if throughout season 3, perhaps they chatted about how Jude was going to be 18 soon and
Yeah.
feelings were growing again. Like, I know that toxicity is good for a TV episode, but it just feels out of left field to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the episode opens and they're selling the idea to Darius to go and record elsewhere, and the sparks are flying between them like instantly.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, where is this suddenly coming from, you know?
Yeah.
And I love it, but it's like, okay, the second
Where?
the episode starts, like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then where Darius says to Tommy, you know, she's still only 17. You're her mentor. One, I don't remember him ever being referred to as her
A
mentor.
mentor.
But Tommy's like, she's my girl. He says that line. Where is this sudden like protectiveness from Tommy coming from? I don't remember
Yeah.
this being a thing at all this season.
Mm-mm.
And all of a sudden he's super protective about Jude.
That, and he's almost like claiming.
Yeah.
Cause I'm sorry, you're not. If you're a producer, you're not gonna say whether or not your friends outside of one. You are not gonna say to the record label who's talking about his artist, but she's my girl.
Yeah. I do actually like that Darius said, she's my artist. Because I feel like he
Yeah.
didn't protect Patsy at all from anything.
Right.
But we know that he cares for Jude and
Yes.
cares if she gets hurt by anyone, but especially Tommy.
Yeah.
So Darius gets a point, I think, in this episode.
Yeah.
But I found it really funny how when Jude is like packing the picnic and Sadie knows that it's for Tommy, Jude's like, I'll never forget how badly Tommy crushed you. I'm like, really, Jude? Like,
Really?
you have not cared thus far.
No. And you don't care about the end of the episode.
No, you really don't care.
No.
And the other thing that annoyed me about this episode is I love how they gave Sadie the responsibility to run G Major, but they made her seem so incompetent.
Yes.
I would have preferred it if we'd seen Sadie do a really good job. Like,
Yeah.
I love Speed in this episode. He's back to his old kind of goofy self, but I would have
Right.
preferred it if that orchestra had come in and recorded and it had gone well,
Yeah.
and Pagan had come in and, loved whatever he needed to love to sign the contract.
Yes.
And maybe even Speed started recording stuff for anything
Mhm.
instead of just being a clown this whole episode.
Yeah.
It made Sadie seem completely incompetent again.
It did. And that's really I keep saying this. I have said this so many times today. And we've talked about this, and thank you, Kelsey Ballerini, for this line. Two things can be true.
Love that
It
song.
made Sadie look so completely incompetent, and it showed that Darius sees something in her.
Yeah.
Because she even says, Darius put me in charge while he's out of town.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the writers give her a little bit more spice, and then they just take it away and make her seem like a dumb blonde again.
Yes. And, we talked about this in the last episode of how I wish they would have shown it on camera, but looking at this episode compared to last and where we end up in season 4, I wonder if everything that happens in season 4 didn't happen off camera, like Sadie getting more established, more, I don't want to say control, but more responsibility at G Major.
Yeah.
And it's so hard like doing this because I know where the show ends. And so I'm wondering if our Sadie OTP isn't being formed even now in the back, like again, off camera.
I just wish we could have seen it,
Yes.
And I get that the G major of this episode is to add lightness to the heaviness of like Jude and Tommy. I get that.
Right.
But I think it could have been done a different way.
I think so too. And it wouldn't have made what happens in season 4 seem so out of left field.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because basically Sadie's storyline of season 4 is what happens concerning her job and what happens concerning her maybe relationship.
Yeah.
But it seems so out of left field because it was in like last 2, 3 episodes, maybe.
Yeah, and I
At
was just
least like,
confused, like the pagan of it all. He this whole like he hasn't signed the record contract yet, but I kind of assumed he'd done that last episode.
yeah,
So what like this whole episode was about him, maybe not even signing now that he's seen the state of the studio and things. It just
right.
seemed a bit silly.
Yeah,
But going back to the Jude and Tommy of it all, I love the scene in the forest.
yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that scene in Jude's season one birthday where she's having the driving lessons with him and they're just
Mm-hmm.
talking in the car. Somehow this scene reminded me of that in a little way.
Yeah.
And he's like, I guess we've both changed and they're reminiscing about their history together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was no whiplash about that scene. It was just nice.
No, it was just nice. Yes.
um, what I found hilarious, I forget that this show was made so long ago, but like, when they get to the all girls school and we learn that like we learn that Tommy's name is actually Dutoit,
Yes.
but we also learned that he was in juvie and he met Mrs. McNally and she taught him how to play piano. It's such like a
Mm-hmm.
PG-13 bad boy story. It's like
Yes.
they don't really delve into why he was in juvie, but he
No.
was. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
let's give him a slight bad boy past, but not too much.
Right.
Um, and also like he's not that bad because he was practicing to be in a boy band in a
Yeah.
girls' school bathroom.
Yes. He
But
was
I
a
do,
bad boy with a soft side.
yeah, he's slightly bad, but he's reformed. Um, but I do love the pick up the pieces throwback. I thought that was really fun.
Yes.
Um, but this is where the whiplash kicks in. He's been like schmoozing her all day, reminiscing about them.
This and that and
And then, he says he wants to tell her something in the bathroom, but they have to run away. Was he going to tell
right.
her that he loved her, or was he going to tell her about Angie?
I don't know.
And also, like, this is the first time we've even heard that Tommy lost someone 5 years ago.
Yeah.
We're only 3 seasons in. So that means in season one, he hadn't lost Angie that long ago.
Maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
Which kind of like frustrates me with the writers. They're making Angie such a big important deal now. Which I'm wondering, okay, is it Angie or is it the fallout of Angie?
Yeah.
That's the big deal. But I mean, if it was 2 years after this person that he was so in love with that, what we know who he was going to leave for and this and that, why was he hopping into bed with Sadie 2 years later?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you could argue it shows that's why he was so distant with her.
Yeah.
But like, he's been crushing on Jude since season one.
Yeah.
And I know that the writers wouldn't have had this storyline in their head yet.
No.
But we've never even seen like a glimmer of this being a thing. And now this episode, it's the whole focus.
Yeah.
And it informs the rest of season three.
Mm-hmm.
I do love the scene in the car where he says, I want to talk about us. And he says, when he's with Jude, he almost believes he can be the man he should be. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, so again, are you confessing your love or are you confessing your mistakes or both?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I love Tommy, but is he
Tommy
really
puts
kind
me
of
through
opening
emotional
up this
hell.
episode?
I mean, Tommy just puts me through emotional hell. That's what it
Yeah.
is. I'm like, he literally puts me on an emotional roller coaster.
Yes. Yeah, like this whole episode, he's a mess, obviously, because it's the anniversary.
Yeah.
But again, like for the audience, I feel like it comes out of nowhere. You're like, okay, he really cared about Angie. But I feel like even like in season 4, we never hear about her again.
No.
This is it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little bit messy.
Yes.
But obviously, like Jude drives him to the church because he's shaken up about seeing a girl in the road, and
Mm.
Jude tries to kiss him because she's reading the signals. I get
Yeah.
it. And all of a sudden, he's like, "Nope, this can't happen. Accident sign." I mean, first of all, it wasn't really an accident. You just spun out.
Yeah.
And two, you've been pushing for this all episode.
Yes.
This scene, like, I used to love this little fight scene between them, and now I literally just wrote "what" in all capitals. Like, what
Yes.
is happening? And I mean, I understand Jude's frustration, like punching him. She's as confused as the audience is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Stop hurting me. Just tell me what's going on." Tommy says he's one of the bad guys, and he kind of says that he lost someone 5 years ago and that it was his fault. But then he just goes outside. They are the worst at communicating.
They really are.
Like, they haven't spent any time building this chemistry. They build it to a
Mm.
point and then tear it down again.
Yeah.
And they never really talk about anything when they're
No.
together. Even in season 4, there's so much lack of.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait for season 4.
I know.
uh, um, I mean, the recording of Don't You Dare is perfect.
It's so
Saving grace of the episode.
Yes.
But we see Tommy, he has the Angie bracelet or necklace, and Jude finds it and I guess gathers that he loved Angie, I guess, just to some point.
Mm-hmm.
And for all of Jude's faults, she knows Tommy and she knows that he cares. And
Yeah.
I feel like she's really not switched on about a lot of stuff, but she is when it comes to the two of them.
Yeah.
I mean, he does save a look just for her. We all know that. And I like that by saying, "I know you care, Tommy," she's finally being more of the grown up in their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's telling it like it is. "I know you care about me, so do something about it."
Yeah.
Like, good for you, Jude.
Which I literally just realized, even in like that carries on her being the adult in the relationship, literally carries on through the rest of the series.
And yeah, the whole show, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Lol. Yeah. And then we get to the pivotal end scene where there is so much in this end scene where Tommy's like, "You don't know everything about me," but Jude says she loves him. She says the L word for maybe the first and last time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fact that he doesn't say it back. He kisses her.
Which
And
is nice.
it's a great
But
kiss.
yeah, but I mean that's not I mean, maybe at 17 that's what you want, but again, watching this as almost 21 years later, older that is not healthy.
This is something you would pick apart years later in your 30s and think, "Oh yeah, he never actually said he loved me back."
Right.
That's what you have therapy for.
Yeah.
Like, I never realized he never said it back.
Right. And I'm thinking about it. Does Tommy ever actually say "I love you" to her?
I want to say he does, but I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I hope he does. I don't remember.
I don't either. And like going through all like the pivotal episodes in my head, I don't think he does.
I'm hoping I'm hoping
I'm hoping. I'm like, please.
redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Like, if I'd have been Jude in that church, not when I was 17, because I would have just thought it was hot. But now, I'd have been, after the kiss, I'd have been like, well, do you love me? Like,
Yeah.
what?
Like, that was nice, but I'm looking for 3 words.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
She says, I know I love you, which is very definitive.
Yes.
She knows she loves him. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to unpack there.
There is. And, like, I know the whole typical guys aren't great communicators. That's such bullshit.
Yeah. Tommy is the biggest avoidant ever.
Yeah.
But I guess they're together now. Apparently.
Apparently.
I do like that the priest saying, are you here for the wedding, leads into the mini this week. That was a
Yes.
cute little thing.
Yes.
But I guess this is the beginning of everything Jommy fans have waited for.
Mm-hmm.
What was your episode theme?
Lingering grief and new beginnings.
Ooh, I like that. I had confessions, even though really nobody confessed anything. Except
Right. Yeah.
Tommy tried to confess all episode and didn't do anything.
And then fell flat.
Yeah. Okay,
Mr.
our song
Moxley.
review for Don't You Dare. How many instant stars out of 10 do you give it?
I gave it a 9.5. I really
gave
wanted
it
to give
10.
it a 10. You did give it a 10? Okay, we're going with a 10 because I was like, there's no way she's going to give it a 10. There's always one thing, but I'm like, Don't You Dare and I Still Love You.
So the song Don't You Dare and the performance in this episode with the organ, and
Yes.
I got chills the second that the song started.
Yes.
I was like, oh, this is a 10.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after the beginning last episode where it wasn't that great. The season 3 songs that are great are like epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have the ones that are not.
Yeah. I mean, the song lyric, I've been waiting such a long time. Don't you dare change your mind. It's
Change
Jude
your
and
mind.
Tommy.
Yeah.
It's just 100% Jude and Tommy.
Yeah. I literally wrote down a 10 and I was like, wait, there's no way. So I scratched it out. It was like 9.9.
I'm going to, at the end of this show, I'm going to re-review what we rated every song to see how many 10s we gave.
Yeah.
I think it's normally one a season.
Yeah. I think Skin was it for season 1.
Yep. I don't remember what 10 was in season 2. Oh.
Did we have one?
Liar, Liar, maybe? Would that have been a 10?
That or White Lines.
Or White Lines would have been a 10, yeah.
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 And then and this one for
Oh, and Darkness Around the Sun in this season was a 10 as well.
Oh yeah, that was a 10 too.
Yeah. Season 3, I think there's going to be a few more 10s this season. At least one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can think of 2 more, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Did you have any what the fuck moments?
I put Tommy in episode.
I just put how did Jude and Tommy go from arguing all season to being a couple?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So favorite quote.
I have 4.
I have 1, 2. I had 3. So I'll go in order. Number 1 was, but she's my yarn, and I literally wrote out equals 2 things can be true: toxic and yes.
Yes.
And then I've had the you save the look just for me, and I know. And then I finally had the I know I love you.
I had where Speed and Jamie say, is it contained, meaning Sadie? And Jamie says, for now.
Yes.
And Jude says, do you like the bathroom for the acoustics or for all the mirrors?
Yes.
Jude, where she says, I know you care, you save a look just for me. And then there's my look just before the kiss.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so many good quotes.
So many. Yes.
Okay, this will be interesting. Your episode rating. How many stars do you give it?
I feel like I was being generous because this episode is, and again, this is one of those episodes that literally the song performance was so good.
Yeah.
It like pushed me over the edge.
And I
So
love.
I can.
Oh, sorry, you go.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I love that Jude and Tommy get together. I just don't like how it was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gave it an 8.
Oh, I gave it a 7.
Okay.
Like,
That's funny because I first wrote down a 7.
yeah, the music saved it.
Yeah.
And I love that my favorite couple are now a couple, but it was
Yes.
just rushed and
Yeah. A mess.
they could have built it up better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, it's still a good episode. And I loved it when I was like 18.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have loved that level of toxicity when I was 18.
Oh, my God. I would have been like, let me live.
Yes. Who wants stable and calm when you're that age?
Oh, who at all?
Yeah, that was our recap of episode 7. Coming up next, we have Jude's 18th birthday, which is a 2-part episode.
Oh, yay.
Yay. I have weird recollections of her birthday this season.
Yeah. I just honestly remember it being my least favorite birthday.
This season 3 is just messy in general. Like,
It really is.
there's a lot happening. Or not happening.
Yeah.
But I think that's the episode where we meet a new important character.
Yes.
Say no more.
Dot,
But
dot.
thank you everyone for listening, and we'll be back later in the week with our mini recap.
Yay.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Breakdown, an Instant Star Rewatch podcast. The Breakdown was produced by me, Chloe, and Neon Network Production. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and listen to all episodes of The Breakdown on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. See you next time.